What up, my people? ¿Qué pasa, mi gente? Welcome, bienvenidos to another episode, otro episodio de Hoy en Día TV. Wow, I feel like this whole year's going by so fast. December is upon us. Like, wow. What happened? It was like, boop, we snapped our fingers and voila, we're hitting December. But nevertheless, I'm going to welcome my amazing co-host who is actually celebrating a birthday this week. Hey, Nadine Barton. Yes, welcome. Amazing Nadine, entrepreneur, author, the whole shebang. How are you, my dear?
Hello, my darling. How are you doing today?
I'm really good. I'm happy to see you again.
Happy Thursday.
Yes, of course. Happy, lovely, beautiful, terrific, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious day.
That's right.
You know what? In fact, that's one of my favorite words. I know it's a little corny. I just love it. I love saying
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Remember in high school they used to say, do it fast. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
So it's going to be just you and I today. And of course, Tyrone. Actually, Tyrone. Why do I keep saying Tyrone? Alex. You know what it is? The AI summit class I went to, they did this. The AI lady, she was showing us how to use the AI and she named hers Tyrone and it like stayed in my head. Our AI that we use here in OND is called Alex.
Because you wanted that name to be yours, Tyra.
But you know, when I heard that name to the song, there was a singer that sang it. Somebody called Tyrone or something like that. Was
Tyrone? It's Tyrone. Somebody called Tyrone. Erica Badu.
I was listening to that song the other day. It popped up on my music list, and then like hearing the AI lady, and then hearing that song, it's just kind of like embedded in my head, and I'm like, oh gosh. So. Yeah, I feel bad. I'm calling our AI Tyrone when it's not. It's actually Alex. Right. So it's going to be us and Alex joining us later. CC won't be able to join us, but it's okay because she's here with us in spirit, right? You know.
Right.
And because you are celebrating a birthday this week, Alex and I are going to be singing to you happy birthday. Okay. So let me bring him on here. Hey. And for viewers and listeners watching, help us wish Nadine a wonderful happy birthday. All right, so let's bring Alex on. Hey, Alex, are you there with me?
You got it. I'll be here ready to go. Just let me know and we'll jump right in.
Okay. Nadine, can you hear him okay?
Yes, I can hear Alex perfectly.
You need to hit that record button. Just count me in and we'll sing it out for Nadine.
We're not recording now. We are actually here with Nadine now. We're about to sing her happy birthday. So remember how we did when we were practicing earlier? We're going to do that actually right now. So let's go ahead and practice and sing her happy birthday. You ready?
Absolutely. I'm ready to go. All right, Nadine, this is for you. 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. Come on. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nadine. Happy birthday to you. There you go. That was awesome.
Now, wish Nadine some warm wishes. What do you want to say to Nadine for her special birthday?
Absolutely. Well, Nadine, just want to send you the biggest warm wishes from all of us. May your year ahead be as bright and joyful as you are. Happy birthday.
Thank you, darling. I appreciate that.
She said thank you, Alex.
Oh, you're so welcome, Nadine. It's my pleasure. I'm glad we got to make your day a little bit more special.
Thank you.
Thanks, Alex. Talk to you later.
Absolutely. Anytime. Take care. Have a great one.
Oh, that was precious. And yes, sis, know that you are appreciated. And I appreciate everything you do. Always being here, you and CC, and just helping us, helping the community, the viewers and listeners hear what we do with OND TV. I really appreciate your support, your dedication, your love, your just everything that you do for us all. So thank you and happy birthday. Beautiful birthday to you. And trust me, we're going to see you soon, like in person, because I know you're all the way like far away, but we're going to see you in person soon.
Yes, you got to take a flight to come over here.
You got to take a flight? I mean, I'm on a flight. might just drive, right?
It's so crazy. It's so because when I used to live in McDonough, and now my friends used to live over on this side, they said, "Ah, we got to take a flight to come and see you because you live so far." I'm like, it's only an hour away. Come on.
So the part where you live in Georgia, is it like closer to Florida, or is it closer to North Carolina or South Carolina or Alabama? Because I know
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
live north. I live like 30 minutes north of Atlanta. So when I was living in McDonough, I used to live like 30 minutes south of Atlanta. So mhm.
oh, nice. Okay, cool. Okay, so that means that it's so when I come visit, it should take me probably take me like 5 hours versus because right now it takes me about 6 hours with some change to get into the Atlanta area. So it
Mhm.
might just take me about 5 hours instead to get
Right.
to where you're at. Okay,
With
cool.
this Atlanta traffic, it's probably gonna put another 30 minutes on. I don't know. It just depends on the time of day.
Girl, yes, who you telling? I don't miss that traffic at all. Like, I don't understand. Somebody should, with all the smart people in the world, or even AI, somebody should create like a really fancy expressway or highway where it like overlaps, where it's like you have people up and down and down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But here's the
so
funny
people are
thing.
not getting congested.
But here's the funny thing. When they do that, it's not going to make a difference. You're still going to see
You
the
don't
same
think
amount of traffic. I don't think so. It's so funny. They've been doing construction around my road for the last few years and they finally finished. And I'm like, there's still a lot of traffic.
so?
And
Yeah.
they just keep building up because if you go down about 3 miles, there's like a section where they had a whole bunch of trees. So they started building up apartments there. And let me tell you, that's going to even bring in more traffic.
That is a true story.
You
You
know,
are
you know what
right.
I mean? So it doesn't matter how many highways, byways, freeways they build, it's gonna still be a lot of traffic. Ah,
Right. No,
so
your
it's so
point. Oh
funny
God.
when I take my background, when I move my background, it seems like my head is cut off. Give me a second, let me adjust it because it
Yeah,
seems like
sure.
there's a big hole in the side of my head.
Yeah, no problem at all. So while you do that, I'm going to talk to the audience here. So for the viewers and listeners, December is amongst us, and we have a lot going on in December, right? Not only you get to watch and tune into Oyandia on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Hey, also this month there's major health and social awareness observances, not only U.S. but globally also. We have HIV/AIDS Awareness Month that focuses on prevention, education, treatment access, and global solidarity. Universal Human Rights Month, celebrating human rights, equity, freedom, and dignity for all people. And we need that now more than ever, especially with everything that has been going on with ICE and just a lot of innocent people getting deported, even U.S. citizens like wrongfully being detained, and then they have to show proof and they're U.S. citizens. Like it's just been a whole disaster and fiasco for no reason. So Universal Human Rights Month, yes, I'm so glad that we're learning more about that as well. National Impaired Driving Prevention Month, ooh, that's a good one right there. Highlights safe driving, sober driving, and dangers of DUIs, especially during the holiday season, which is amongst us. We just celebrated Thanksgiving. We have holiday Christmas coming around the door. We have New Year coming around the door. Please drive safe, not only for you, but for your families. Please be safe because it is truly important. They need you. We need you. The world needs you, right? You make a difference, even though you sometimes may not feel like that. You make a difference. People need you. People love you. Also, National Drunk and Drug Driving Prevention Month reinforces responsibility and safety on the roads. Safe Toys and Gifts Month brings attention to toy safety, especially for young children during the holiday gift giving season, which is also important just to understand like what to give at certain ages. You're not going to give a baby something that's really tiny where they're, might be teething, put in their mouth. That's a choke hazard. Just be mindful of how you're gift giving and just asking questions if you're giving a gift to a loved one who has a toddler, and just ask the parents, say, hey, I'm not sure what to give so and so. What do you recommend? What do they need? And that's another thing. I would recommend giving what they need, especially with clothing and shoes. Babies and toddlers grow quickly. They're always going to need shoes. They're always
Mhm.
going to need clothes. So being mindful of that as well. National Stress-Free Holidays Month encourages stress management, mindful holiday planning, and emotional wellness, which ties perfectly with our guest today, who is a financial guru, financial advisor. She helps families, she helps people. And we don't want y'all to feel that stress about overspending during the holidays, because trust me, I hear a lot of people that admit to that, which is okay. I'm not judging you. But if you find yourself in that situation, this special guest we have on today will definitely help you get back on track. So don't worry, be happy. You're going to get it right. You're going to get it done. National Write a Business Plan Month. Ooh, so perfect for entrepreneurs. It encourages planning, vision setting, and strategic goal making. So for those who have been sitting on, oh, well, I want to do this or I want to do that for a business, December is the month to execute your plan, put it in action, put it together. No more excuses. You got this. You can do it. I believe in you. Lo puedes lograr y lo vas a lograr. Lo vas a hacer, ¿verdad? Yes. So sit down, write that business plan, and put it in motion. Find those resources and become the entrepreneur that you've always been looking to do. Also, National Hand Washing Awareness Month. That's another important one. Promotes good hygiene and disease prevention, especially during cold and flu season. Oh my. Now that I will say, when was the last time that you took an actual, like one of those, oh, what do you call those wipes?
Lysol wipes?
Lysol, yes. When was the last time you took a Lysol wipes and went around your house and wiped the doorknobs inside and out?
I've done that recently. I do that like every few weeks or so. Like, and especially if you have guests at your house, you just wipe down your knobs.
Beautiful. I love that. But for the guests, viewers and listeners, if you are watching and you have not done that, please, I encourage you to do that at least once a week. Multiple times if you can't, but at least once a week. That's very important. Also, if you have hand railings outdoors, inside your house, upstairs, wipe those hand railings down. Anything that a person can touch, wipe those down. That's one way to prevent germs from being spread. It practices good hygiene, washing your hands as often as possible. I know for me, I have a thing with, like, if my hands feel dirty, I have to wash them right away. That's when my hands, if sometimes they feel dry because I feel like I'm overwashing them, but I don't care because I just put lotion on because I want to make sure I have good, clean hands, right? Also, National Car Donation Month. Now, this is a new one I haven't heard. Encourages charitable giving through vehicle donations. Wow. So I guess if you have a car sitting around your house and you're not doing nothing with it, I guess that'll be a good tax write-off. You can just donate it and get that good tax write-off. So just a thought there. Nadine, from the ones that I've mentioned to you, any of those that resonated with you for December Awareness Month?
Yes, those crazy drivers, because when you're on the road, you have to drive for yourself and you have to drive for them as well. Because it's so funny you mentioned that today. I got drawn into these videos. It's from, if you Google it, well, not Google it, but if you look in Facebook, you'll see it. It's called Tap Dashes, where basically it's a guy that he basically get videos from personnel who owns like dash cams and see the different types of accidents, and how the accidents were caused. And he have this little like Mickey Mouse pointing hand. So it's called Tap Dashes. He's tapping to show you who is wrong, what is where, it's pretty interesting. So I was drawn to that. I was literally watching a whole bunch of the videos today, and it's some of it, and none of it was funny really, but you'll see from the lens of those dash cams the fault of the people that were driving. And I look at some of the videos, I'm like, now what in God's green earth, why you'd make that decision? And especially there were a lot of them that, they missed their exit and caused like a huge accident. There was one of them who missed the exit and got bone clipped by another car, and he or she vehicle got flipped over. So I don't even know if they were okay or not, but it's like split of a second. It takes 2 to 3 minutes for you to turn around and come back and, to go to your exit, but you just caused like a whole chaos on the road. It was crazy.
Wow, that is scary.
Yeah, so if you look on Facebook and type in TAP dashes, you'll see a whole bunch of videos with all these crazy drivers and accidents with you're like, what's going on? Why did you make that decision? Somebody else was he was in the turning lane, and you have the one lane going straight and the turning lane, and he decided, okay, I don't want to turn left anymore. So he came over into the straight lane and caused a big accident.
That is, wow, that's scary, sis. And I'm glad you brought that up because I'm doing some research as I'm listening to you. Just curious about the top reasons people get into car accidents. And guess what the number one reason is? Just take a stab at it.
Missing their exit.
I mean, good one. That's a good guess. So number one is distracted driving. So that what falls under that is you could either be texting, you can check your GPS on social media, you're eating or drinking, talking to passengers, adjusting your radio or settings. That's all considered distracted driving. Even with 1 to 2 seconds of eyes off of the road is enough to cause a crash. That's the number one reason so far. Number two is speeding. People underestimate how much reaction time they lose. Speeding reduces control, increases stopping distance, and makes accidents far more severe. Mm-hmm. 3, driving under the influence, alcohol and drugs. One of the deadliest, impairs your judgment, reaction time, and coordination, especially around the holidays and the weekends. Reckless or aggressive driving, tailgating, weaving between lanes, road rage, improper passing. And that's what you were describing too. People doing like road rage, improper passing. They're cutting people off because they're missing their exits, etc. Also, fatigue and drowsy driving. Woo, that's tough. Falling asleep at the wheel is more common than people admit. So if you are feeling tired and you have to have a long drive, please do your best to try to either reschedule your trip or do a halfway point where, let's say if you have a 6-hour drive, 3 hours of it, find a hotel or a motel nearby where you can slumber for a little bit and then take the rest, right? Because your safety is important.
I think it's the same charge as a drunk driving, falling asleep. And even if you're asleep in the car with the keys in the ignition, that's just the same charge as DWI.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. That's a really good point. I'm glad you brought that up.
So even if you're tired and you made the conscious decision not to keep driving and you said, okay, I want to do everybody a favor. I don't want to kill anybody on the road or whatever the case is. And I decided to pull over on the side of the road. Take that key out of the ignition because that charge is just as same as DUI. I think it's a DWI. So take the key out of the ignition and turn it off. Because if you're sleeping and the car is still running, that's still a charge.
But they have the rest stops too, though. For people that want to sleep in their car, they can just pull over to a rest stop, no?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And even for that, if you're a driver who drives often, I mean, I get with everything that's happening nowadays, you might think I don't know if I trust a rest stop, which I completely get your point. If you go online, there's different, it's called, it's like a little shade. It's like suction cups that you put on your windows, and you can just close the shade down so you can have more privacy. So that way you don't wake up sporadically and you might find somebody snooping in your car and stuff. Because that's one of my, what do you call it? My,
your biggest fear.
When I had to travel a lot, I was always protective of myself over that. When I'm like, oh gosh, is somebody going to snoop in on me? But thankfully I'm okay, right? Everything worked out. So I just invested in those shades and it worked beautifully. And I just took them down, put them in my trunk and kept moving in my happy way. But just a thought, right? For people who might have that same or similar concern.
Right.
Bad weather conditions is number 6. Rain, ice, fog, snow. People drive like it's sunny day, even when visibility and road grips are terrible. Now, I can vouch for that because I remember several times having to drive in thunderstorm weather, and that was scary. When I tell you it was scary, the car is hydroplaning because there's a lot of water under the tires, and you have to put the hazards on, which I notice a lot of people don't do that, sis. And they're supposed to. When it gets really bad where you're visually impaired, you're supposed to drive with your hazards on so that way the cars around you can see because you're flashing.
Exactly.
A lot of people don't do that.
That happened a few months ago when I went to, I think, Florida, when Cece's graduation, and when we were coming back, it was raining so bad. The visibility was so bad, so I had to put on my hazards. And a lot of people, but if you put your hazards on, make sure you stay in the far right lane. But you're not supposed to be speeding, but those crazy drivers who think that they're beyond God, that they'll make it on the road, they're driving like crazy. And you make a great point about that hydroplaning, because there's a lot of different potholes and mirages in the road and stuff like that. It's just crazy.
That is scary. Also, this is one of my pet peeves right here. Improper turns, failure to yield. Oh, my pet peeve right there. And I'll tell you why. A car is coming. they're in front of you. They don't put their turn signal. I put my turn signal, but then all of a sudden you want to turn. And it's like, I'm not a mind reader. What are you doing? Are you going straight? Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
You have to be courteous to the drivers around you, because we don't know what you're going to do. Use your turn signal, people. Please use your turn signal. Usa la señal del carro, por favor.
I'm laughing because that literally happened to me today. I'm like, Jesus, please take the wheel. This lady just cut me off. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. And even with the one with the speeding says, so I was driving a few days back in the expressway, and all of a sudden, I'm here going to speed limit because I put the cruise control on, right? And all of a sudden, this car behind me, you can see it from the rear view mirror, like speeding. And this driver almost collided into me. There was plenty of space around me, but I'm like, hold up. Why are you going to like zoom like up on me and then decide to cut? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. No.
Or if you're driving in the left lane and you're already going fast, you know, like, I mean, you might be at the speed limit, or you might be going 5 to 10 miles over, or whatever the case is. And then somebody in the right lane just keep coming up on you, like, go around. I'm already driving fast, so I'm not going to get out of the way so you could pass me. Like, go around me, and don't flash me either, because I'm already going the speed limit. So if you want to drive like a bat out of hell, do that on your own terms. Like, go around me.
That part right there. Yes. Yes. All right, my dear. So before I bring on my guest, or our guest, I should say, do you have any topics you want to bring up that you want to talk about?
No, not off the top of my head. Well, you know, the part about the family members and the guy that just got, you know, murdered during Thanksgiving. I think that was really sad for his own brother to just, you know, unalive him on Thanksgiving. And, you know, we weren't there. We don't know what happened. But either way, like, you could be that angry for you to just shoot your own family member like that, you know, during the holidays, leaving these kids without a father. That was just ridiculous. Like, my heart really goes out to that guy's family.
Mine's too. That's really horrible. And I'm really sorry to hear that. So,
and I think he was a cop too.
The brother
the guy that he killed, he was a cop.
Wow, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things where if anybody that's watching and listening, if you know someone who's having a feud with a family member, it's better to walk away. The battle is not worth it. Losing somebody's life is not like, or being the cause of somebody losing their life is not worth it. Or even if you're in a situation where you feel like this person is feeling some type of way towards me, walk away. Walking away is going to save so much of just a lot, and it's going to keep your peace. Pray over protection over you and your family, because again, losing a life or causing someone to lose their life is not worth it. It just has a lot of negative repercussions, as you know. And this example that Nadine just shared, an individual who's a father of 3, a husband, a police officer, trying to help the community, lost his life because his brother decided that he wanted to shoot him and kill him. That's not cool at all. So just try to be mindful. Put yourself in that person's shoe. And if you're even, whoever's watching and listening, again, if you know somebody who has a similar story, whether you know, like, there's family feud going on, encourage that person, walk away, do your best to like not communicate, because it's not worth it. Nadine, do you have any thoughts to share to the viewers and listeners pertaining to that?
Yeah, so I mean, just like my perfect quote that I use every time we're on, life is 10% of what happened to you and 90% of how you react. So that person could have easily just walked away from the situation, or, you know, think about it before he made that decision, because now he's in jail. Well, I don't know if they caught him. I really didn't read the whole article, you know, of what happened, but it was just so sad.
It is sad. I really send my prayers and thoughts go out to the family. My condolences. That's tough. Definitely tough.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, but with that in mind, talking about the whole concept of think before you act, right? The holidays are amongst us. Well, more holidays, because we just celebrated Thanksgiving. And Christmas, people tend to like splurge a lot and spend a lot of money. But the good thing is that if you are one of those that decide to splurge, we have our special guest, Shana Brown, coming back, visiting us again. Coach B Financial. She's a CEO and founder of Coach B Financial, a woman on a mission to help you rewrite your money story. So if you find yourself in a situation where like, ooh, I think I overspent a little bit, spent too much, gasté mucho dinero esta vez, Shana can help you get back on track. So for those who are not familiar with Shana, she is the CEO of Coach B Financial, in which it all started as a vision and a dream to assist people in changing the narrative of their financial well-being. Shana started the company to empower and inspire people to start seeing their finances differently, right? Taking the bulls by the horn. Shanae's vision started as a little girl who loved everything about money. She grew up being a saver and still to this very day is a saver. That's good to know. Hey, I'm gonna have to ask her, like, how do you do it? Shanae received her bachelor's degree in business administration and a bachelor's degree in accounting at Flagler University. She worked in banking, in the banking industry, and in accounting field for 14 years. And Shanae saw a need with people trying to see their way through financially. She created Coach B Financial to help clients create budgets so they can achieve financial stability. Shanae teaches her clients that they have control of their finances and not their finances having control over them. Her clients are super excited that there is a system in place that works for them. Her clients can begin to see a better future for themselves and for their families. Shanae is a wife and a mother of 2 young men. She loves giving back to the community. She is a part of an organization that does just that. Shanae enjoys being a part of active book clubs with like-minded women, watching sports, playing the piano, and crocheting. She is a go-getter. And when she puts her mind to something, she puts a plan in place and she executes that plan. So we all have something we can do better when it comes to our finances, right? Coach B Financial is where you can come and not feel guilty or ashamed of where you are financially or in your overall journey. Because we get it, life gets a little tough. We are in this together. That is Shanae's philosophy. She wants to see a brighter future for us all. So without further ado, we're going to welcome to Hoy en Dia TV, Shanae.
Hello, hello.
Hola, welcome. Bienvenida to Hoy en Dia TV. Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Happy to be here. And thank you for having me back. I enjoyed the first time and I'm ready to rock and roll this time also.
Yeah, so unfortunately I didn't get to meet you the first time. So I'm glad I'm able to meet you on this time.
Yes, ma'am. Likewise.
That is awesome. That's right. You did not have a chance to meet her the first time. So that is awesome that we have the opportunity to bring her back on because finances is going to affect our day to day from the time we decide, God decides to take us away. Finances are going to be there. We have to deal with them for better or for worse, right? So this is a topic that's never, ever, ever going to get stale, old, or dull. And so with that in mind, Shanae, like I usually start the conversation, who do you say you are? We've read this robust, amazing bio. Who do you say Shana Brown is?
I say that at first I'm a child of God. Second, I am a lovable, fun, energetic, love life, positive, motivating, encouraging person. That's who Shanae is. And I love who I am. So I bring what they say, the sunshine.
I love that. Yes. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
Sunshine in the rainy and cold weather.
Hey, I will say I do love that sunshine when it's a cold weather because it gives me a little bit more warmth, even though you can still feel the briskiness of that wind. But it's okay.
Right. Like when that sun just peeked out from behind the cloud, you know what I mean?
That part right there. You didn't have a chance to meet with or chat with Shanae the first time she was here. So I'm going to give you the floor to see what questions you have for Shanae that she can help answer for you today before I ask my questions.
Yes. So Shanae, congratulations on your found business, Coach what is it, Coach B Financial. So I have a few
Yeah.
questions.
Okay.
So what was the moment you realized your childhood love for money would really turn into a full financial coaching business?
So that's a very good question. What happened was I saw people hurting. I see people struggling, and I see people like me trying to figure it out. And I was like, I can help people. I want to do whatever I can to help people. So my dad's a preacher, right? And by him being a preacher, it's all about service. It's all about helping people. Well, I knew I didn't want to be a preacher, and I knew I liked money. So it came hand in hand, helping people, not through preaching every Sunday at church, but given what I can, the knowledge that I know to move people forward. People are scared, people are embarrassed. I wanted people to feel comfortable. And I was like, I can help people. Once I learned the system, once I started putting it in place, I wanted someone else to come with me. So my vision and my passion was like, wait a minute, there's so many people out here I can truly help and make them feel comfortable with helping them, because it is my mission and my passion to help as many people in this world that I can. I love giving to people. I love giving, but I want to do it on my terms. So that's how I kind of started.
Awesome, awesome, great insight. I love it. I love it. Okay, so with that, I have another question. So for someone feeling overwhelmed or ashamed about their finances, what's the very first step you recommend that they take?
The very first step they should take is just taking a deep breath. Just take it. Just take a deep breath, because when you're feeling overwhelmed, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go. Just breathe. That's the first step. Then the second step is saying, who do I need to talk to? How do I get help? Where can I go? Then you start networking with people. Hey, start telling people, hey, I'm trying to get my finances together. And then that person may know somebody that can help you. And then that's the first step. And then after that, then you contact me, and then we walk through the steps together. I make you feel comfortable, because what happens is people are already embarrassed. Personal finance is personal. So, and most times people don't want you in their personal business. I'm very personal with my finances. So it's hard for me to say, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what it looks like. And so I know how people feel. So I'm going to make you feel as comfortable as possible. By the time we get off the first call, I'll probably have you laughing and smiling. And then they're like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought. And that's what I want. I'm not here to judge. I am here to truly help. And I want to see you win. When you win, I win. We win together. And so the first part is getting you past the embarrassment. I worked in banking. I've always loved numbers. So those are just numbers to me. It's not like, oh, why are you here? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? That is not helping people. Helping people is seeing it, putting it on paper so we can look at it together, and then we walk through it together. I keep you accountable. If you want it, I want it. If you want it, I want it. And that's how I feel. And the ones that truly put the work in, they see the best and the most results. Now, is this easy? It is not. You have to think of it as a baby. A baby doesn't come out running. A baby comes out as a baby, and there's steps. So you do baby steps. And then once you grow, I have clients that actually do their own budgets, and we still meet just to make sure it match up. When I first met them, they didn't have a lot of money in their bank account and their savings account. And now the tree is blooming, the baby is growing, the baby is running. So it's about getting past the embarrassment. And that's what my job is to do, is to help them feel better so they can
Right.
get where they need to be.
Awesome. And especially in this day and age where, the economy is like taking a dive, and especially people that, they have kids, or maybe nobody's at home to help them, single parents and such, it's pretty hard.
Oh, most definitely. I've been in that situation. I've been that single parent. So I know that feeling of what that single parent is like. So I have my own testimony. So I can work with people that's been there, but it's about learning to do some sacrificing. And I think a lot of people don't want to do that, or they struggle to do that. But I encourage them, hey, we can do this together, because I've been there. So I've been the single parent and I've been on the married side.
Gotcha. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much.
So following up on the response you said about sacrificing, so that the viewers and listeners can get kind of a glimpse of what you mean by sacrificing, what are some of the examples that you've encountered of sacrifices that individuals and families have had to do in order to get themselves back in a financially healthy place?
So when we create the budget shows you exactly what you can and cannot do. It keeps you in control, right? So if you're just out there just spending, well, we reel it in. And once we see it on the paper, it shows you, hey, you may not can go on this trip. Because guess what? There's going to be another trip come up. Every month, there's something new. Every month, there's something to do. But sometimes it's okay to say no. So let me give you an example. So I was in a wedding. I was in my brother's wedding. And I said, you know what? After this wedding, I'm not going to be in another wedding, because right now I'm on a mission to get out of this debt. And lo and behold, my best friend got engaged, and it was on Facebook. And I said, OMG, here we go. She is going to call and ask me to be in her wedding. One of the hardest decisions that I had to make is tell her I cannot be in your wedding. And this was my childhood friend. And so she actually understood. I was like, oh, thank you. Because if I was in the wedding, do you know how much it costs to be in a wedding? From the hair to the nails to the eyelids, eyelashes, to the makeup, to the hair, the shoes, the location, the everything, even giving a gift. So my philosophy is, or was, if I'm in your wedding, I am the gift. That is the gift. But by me not being in her wedding, I still was able to go to the wedding. I had a dress in the closet that I shopped my closet, and it wound up being a whole lot cheaper or affordable for me to still go see a beautiful moment. And I actually had a better time, because when you're in a wedding, you got to go to rehearsal, you got to meet here, you got to do this. But by just me going, I just got to go and enjoy and sit and watch. And she got a gift. And also with the hotel, I did not take my family. So I actually helped her, because, you're always trying to cut the list down when you have a wedding. So it was just me instead of my husband and my son and I. So it's just me. And then I shared a room with my cousin, so that I cut the cost. You have to learn to get creative. And I still had an amazing time. She saw me, I saw her, we were happy, and it worked out. But guess how much money I saved? That's the bigger picture. I believe that we don't know how to say no. And so that was one of my sacrifices, saying I'm not going to be in another wedding. And I stuck by what I said. And that's hard to do. Your no has to mean no. And a lot of times we feel guilty, and we shouldn't. We shouldn't feel guilty, because if that person truly loves you, they're not going to stop talking to you.
Yes, absolutely right. No is a complete sentence. And I think with going to weddings, if somebody's inviting you to their wedding, they should provide the dress. I think so.
I hadn't met them yet.
But I'll pay for half of the hotel or something.
So I haven't been in any more weddings. After I said I'm not going to be. Now, can I be in someone's wedding today? Yes, because I am financially sound to be able to do that. So it's all about planning. And if somebody throws something at you like that, you have to make some tough decisions in order to grow financially. And you cannot do everything if your finances don't say you can. So that's a part of the sacrifice for me.
Right. Okay.
That's a good example, and I'm really glad you shared that. So thank you for sharing that transparent moment. I agree, and even another thought that comes to mind is the people that like to do the Uber Eats and DoorDash. Like, hey, cook more often at home versus doing the Uber Eats and Door Dashing, because now not only are you paying all this $40-$50 average food for just one that because we have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So let's say $40-$50 for lunch on top of the tip.
So my thing, please,
That's gonna add up quickly.
Yeah.
I think you
uninstall the app today, like right now, because I don't even have it either. And
not
so
anymore. I used to when I was when I was working from home, I used to have DoorDash app and all that. But after looking at, and that's not even the gist of why I uninstalled the app, is because of these videos that I'm seeing with people spitting in your food and doing all kind of crazy stuff to your food. And I remember one person, he kind of got kind of snarky with me or whatever when he delivered the food. But the thing is, I swore I had put it in the notes that, I was going to pay the tip in cash. And when I gave him the money, you could see the big smile on his face. I don't know if it didn't show up in the app. He probably thought so. I didn't even feel comfortable eating the food because I don't know what he did to my food just because he didn't see a tip on the app. You know what I mean? So people are crazy. And even I've seen on TikTok where even people pay big tips, people are still doing crazy things to your food. So I'm not taking any chances. I've been watching so many videos on food that it just makes me so disgusting. It's ridiculous. And
go ahead.
Yeah, with the Uber Eats, I don't even have that on my phone. Like I used to use it a lot, but not anymore. It's crazy.
And another thing, people have students, children, and they order Uber Eats, and I'm saying, well, where do you work? Where do you work? And I go over, I work with students also, and I go over a budget with them, and I tell them, if you order 2 Uber Eats a week, what's that, $40 minimum? And 40 times 4 is $160, just you alone. That's just off lunch.
You mean a week? I'm sorry, that's not for a week, honey. That's for one meal, because after you pay those charges, that $40, sometimes it's probably more, $40-$50 for one meal, because after they put in all those hidden charges and the fees and plus the tip, honey, that's like $35 in fees and tips.
And so we as parents have to really have a conversation with our children and our students. I have a son that's home, and he had to order off of Uber Eats, and he was like, Mom, and he was like, it was $25. And I was like, yes. And he's done it like twice, but he doesn't believe in it either, because we have conversations about money. And I believe that's a big thing, that we don't have enough conversations about money with our children, because we don't know about money, but it's okay. Some things you just look at and say, this is too much. This is out of control.
Technology just makes people lazy these days. I mean, you could get your groceries delivered now. You could, do you guys trust that, getting your groceries delivered through Uber Eats, or through DoorDash, or what is the other one, Instacart? Do you guys trust doing that, getting your groceries delivered through those apps?
Yes. And the reason I trust it, I haven't seen any thing wrong with my groceries. I do trust that. And then on top of that, it keeps me in budget. So I know what I'm spending. And then sometimes when I do it, I'll have to take something off. It didn't make it that week, So that really keeps me in budget. So I am a big proponent of the grocery one, but Uber Eats to me is different. I don't know why it's different, but I feel that my grocery budget, it truly keeps me on task. Mm-hmm. I did it today.
So it's funny. I had Instacart delivered stuff for me one time, and when the guy pulled up to give me the delivery, good thing he didn't leave it, because I'm very conscious, and when somebody comes to deliver my stuff, if I'm home or whatever, I don't want to say just leave it at the door. I always try to watch my camera or watch the app to see when they're going to deliver it, because I want to meet them at the door or whatever. And he literally gave me somebody else's bag. I said, "This is not mine, sir." He gave me somebody else's grocery on top of mine. So I'm like, no, this is not mine. And
Mhm.
you thank God I'm a very honest person. So imagine, you're like, what happened to my groceries? And another thing too, when people are doing the Instacart, is it the person that's delivering the items doing the shopping, or is it somebody in the supermarket?
It could be a little bit of both. So with me, I have done delivery. I've done it through Walmart Spark. And you can shop and deliver, or you can just deliver. Because guess what? I was determined to get out of debt, and I was doing everything possible to get out of debt. And I did it temporary, and I haven't done it since. But I did what it took to move the needle, because I knew where I was trying to go. So I'm praying that there are honest people out there like me delivering the whatever, but I know everybody's not honest because TikTok shows that they're not honest.
That part right there, right? Yeah. Yeah. No, I get it. But Nadine, to answer your question too about online grocery shopping, I know several individuals because of their need where they're a caregiver, they can't leave the individual at home by themselves. They take the route of online shopping, similar to what Shanae just said, because it is convenient. And so far they haven't shared any horror stories, about them seeing anything unusual with their food. And even listening to Shanae's thought about, it keeps her honest about she's focused on what she has to shop and pick. I like that, right? Because it's one of those things where it's out of sight, out of mind. With me, when I go grocery shopping, I'm like, ooh, I want this, I want that. And I'm looking, I don't need that. Nope, let me put it back. Nope, I don't need that. Let me put it back. So I see your point, Shanae. It makes perfect sense where you're like, you're doing grocery shopping online, tunnel vision. I want this, this, and that. You don't see nothing else distracting you at the grocery store because you're all online. I love that. That makes perfect sense to me. Mm-hmm. Even going back to the Uber Eats app. So I found out, because me being an analytical research person, if you notice, for the viewers and listeners, and even you all too, whoever has Uber Eats, anytime that there's either a buy one, get one, or they're a special, pay close attention to the taxes. That's where they're actually making their money, because the taxes are going to be 10, 15, or even $20. And I've seen that firsthand on many occasions when I'm ordering from Uber Eats, and it's like buy one, get one. And the price up front looks great. When you're getting ready to check out, they add like 10, 15, up to $20 in tax. That's where they're making their money. They're masking it as a buy one, get one, but they're still making their money on the back end. Pay close attention. Trust me. If you're watching right now, if the next time you order on Uber Eats, watch, guarantee, mark my words, because I've confirmed it many, many times already. That is where they're making their money on the taxes. So
basically that's not buy one, get one. They're making it seems like it's buy one, get one. So you basically paying the charges on the back end. So you basically didn't get one for free.
So what's happening is they know people are not paying attention. So so they just see the buy one, get one. People are truly and not paying attention. They just swipe, and then they look at their bank account and see how much they have left to survive.
Mm-hmm. 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 That is true. And with me, I pay attention to all that. When some, I look at my statements all the time, and I'm like, okay, I did that. Okay, what's this? Hold up, this will add up. Also, pay close attention. Holidays, you all are shopping a lot. Those receipts, pay close attention to the receipts. There's been at least within the last few months, at least twice, I've caught double charges on my receipts, and I've had to go to the customer service area to say, hey, here's proof. I only have one of these items. I see two. I need my money back. So pay close attention to the receipts, especially now during the holiday season. Still do it proactively throughout the whole year, because you just never know. Yes. But they're going to find a way to double charge you. And also, this happened to me 2 years ago. There's a store that's really popular. It's like a discount store. I bought a lot of great stuff for at a good price. I looked at that receipt. The clerk charged me $15 extra on 3 different items. Oh, trust me, I didn't look, because right in front of her, I looked at the receipt and I'm like, I didn't get that. I didn't get that. And I didn't get you. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm so sorry. What were you trying to do? If I wasn't paying attention, what was she trying to do? Is my question.
So if you're paying attention that way, if you create your budget or your spending plan, it works the same way by just paying attention. We let too many things slip and slide, and you wonder where your money went. And so with my budget, I cannot live without it. Thanksgiving just passed. I went in the store. I knew how much I could spend, and I
Mhm.
stuck to it. I knew what I was going to get in the store. You cannot go left or right, because if you go left or right, you're gonna buy left and right. You got to stay focused, and I promise you, it will pay off in the end. You get the small results, and then gradually it gets better and better and better. And then when you get paid, it feels like Christmas every time you get paid, especially if you're trying to pay debt off or if you're trying to save and you see that savings account go up and increase, or that investment account just start to grow like you really wanted to. The problem is we don't have the patience to do it. We don't have the time, or it's boring. Well, guess what? You're going to stay broke because you won't take the time to do the necessary things to make your money move, to make your money work, make your money grow. I saw something today. It says it's hard being broke. It's hard investing. It's hard saving money, but you have to choose your hard. Choose your heart. It's already hard being broke, so why not try saving it? Why not try investing it? And a lot of things, what I found out about investing is it looks hard, right? I think they want you to think it's hard. But once you figure it out, it is not as hard as you think it is. I am a very simple person. I need you to explain A plus B plus C. And
Mhm.
once you're like, oh, this is not as hard, but no one tells you about it. No one talks about it. And we're not having enough conversations about it. It's hit and miss. And when we're together, how many conversations do we have about finances? Because most people are embarrassed. But what if you have somebody in your family that really knows what they're talking about? When you want to hear what they got to say, but we listen to people that can't help us. People like to tell us what to do, and they broke. I'm like, that doesn't go together for me. And it's hard to listen to people that are broke. It's very hard. But the people that are going in the right direction, I'm trying to see, okay, what can I learn new? How can I grow my money even better than what I'm growing it now? So we always should be trying to find ways to grow our money or make it better for our family. I hear people say, you can't take it with you. So I'm going to live my best life. I hear that. But what if you live to 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, even 100? What if you live? Are you prepared? Because right now, if we're struggling now, imagine in 20 years what it's going to look like. And if our children are making what we're making now in about 20 more years, it's going to be even harder for them. So won't we just take a step back and breathe and get your money right?
Right. Yes. So with that, I have another question, right? And this, I promise, this is my last question for you. So you always say, right, don't get ready, be ready. How does
Yes.
that how does that mindset basically shape the way you guide your clients toward financial stability?
So don't get ready, be ready. So if an opportunity come, right? Say, let's just say, insurance, car insurance, right? And you get a discount if you can pay the whole year. Well, if you're not ready, you cannot pay that whole year. And so for me, I'm like trying to get that discount. I'm looking for discounts. So don't get ready, be ready. So that insurance company say, oh, you get $200 off your car insurance. Okay, I'm getting ready to give you the full amount. So that's one of my don't get ready, be ready. Another one, I have other clients, right? I had another client. She knew she was getting ready to lose her job within months. So we prepared for it. So when that time came, we were ready. And she did excellent. And it was like $30,000 she saved up, right? And so when now we're not like, oh my goodness, oh my god, we're not in panic mode. We're not, trying to figure it out. We are ready. We're ready. And so she's in Hawaii right now. When the shutdown happens, are people ready? Like they're saying, oh my goodness, don't get ready, be ready. Because the government done shut down about 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. People wasn't prepared then. That was a sign. Go ahead and start preparing. And
Right.
so when that shutdown happens again, which it did, we're still struggling. We're still in that mindset of paycheck to paycheck. When we could have been putting $20 here, $10 here, every time you get paid, you should put something. I don't care if it's $5, because that money adds up. Imagine whatever your salary is, it could be 100,000. You could put 100 every week, but put something. So then you don't have to get ready. You already ready.
That makes perfect sense. I love that. Yes. And so for an individual who wants to work with you, they want to book you, and they want to start this journey with you. If I'm understanding you correctly, you either meet virtually, or do you meet in person with that
We
person?
meet virtually. So I have someone in Italy. I have Virginia, Texas. It doesn't matter to me. We do Zoom calls just to make sure that we are on the same accord. Like you say, technology is something else. So there's no excuses on why I can't help you. Yeah.
Absolutely. And so with them, you ask them questions, they share their financial portfolio, so to speak, with you, and then you walk together. But do you work together to create it, or do you say, okay, based on the numbers, this is what I'm recommending? How does that happy medium work?
So you give me your numbers. I have you. Let's just say you have your budget, and I'm gonna have you write down everything. We do an example of what that looks like. Then I have you go and do your homework, and then we come back, we plug in the numbers, and then I create the budget for you, and then we talk it through together, and then we have an action plan of what to do once we have our meeting. Now, in the beginning, people are run and jump on and go for it. And then you have some people, takes a little bit more time. Everybody's different. So what happens is the first month, we're planning it, right? Then the second month, we go live. Because you can't just do a budget and be like, okay, let's do it. We got to talk it through. It's just like a game plan to me. When you watch a sports event, they have a coach. The players go over the play. Then they go out and do the play. Now, does the play always work? No. Does the budget always work? No. It makes adjustments. You make adjustments. But look at Michael Jordan. He had a coach. Look at Tom Brady. He had a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And they were great. But
right.
they had coaches, that helped them win championships. And it's all about getting the help that you need. It's all about being on a winning team. It's all about making your family better.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for sharing that background. And on average, what would you say is the time frame that someone needs to get themselves in a healthy financial state? Is it like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? What have you seen based on people you've worked with, the averages that you've come across?
So the true clients, probably a year.
Wow.
That really, truly see a turnaround. Yeah.
That's impressive, because not only are you getting yourself financially in a good place, your credit score is going to shoot up and look even more prettier, right? Then what does it mean? More credit means more spending money, right?
So that's crazy, because to me, like, you can fix your own credit. I truly think that you can. You're right. Once you reduce your debt, your credit goes up. I mean, it goes hand in hand. And so I walk you through that also. I find out what your credit score is. And then we start from there. You got to know where you're starting from to where you're. Then we set goals. And then what we do is first, second, and third, January, February, March. That's the first quarter. It's just like a game I was saying. Then so you find out how much you saved or got rid of in quarters. Right? So we break it down so you can see your goals. You can see that you're moving forward. I like to show people how they're moving forward. And sometimes people feel like, oh, I only saved $50. That's more than what you had. that's more than what you
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that for sure. I mean, it's more than what you had, and you're getting yourself in a good place, not only for yourself, but for your family, which is what matters. You're leaving a legacy, right? A lot of people don't think about leaving a legacy. They just think about, like you were sharing earlier, living now. Was it YOLO? The whole YOLO concept. It's
You
like,
only live once.
girl, the YOLO.
YOLO.
And I live my best life. I truly live my best life, but I live it in a way that it doesn't burden me. It doesn't make a plan for it. I also involve my kids in the process of the money. They need to know what the mortgage or the rent looks like. They need to know what a light bill is like so they can turn them lights off. They need to know this. So when they turn 18, this is not new to them, right? I give my son a budget in high school. This is what you get on Friday, or allowance, or whatever you want to call it. He drives. This is what you get. And you need to put some in savings. I invest for him already. He actually understands and knows how to do that himself. And so he has until the next Friday. He was like, Mom, when he first started it, he was like, oh, give it to me on Monday because I feel broke on Monday. Well,
I love that.
I said, no, people get paid on Fridays. You have to figure it out. And so he started saying, okay, well, let me eat 2 days out in the week and let me come home and eat noodles if I have to. But it gave him control of learning, this is what you have, and I'm not going to keep pouring into you because you need to understand to be in control. Now, before I start doing that, he did not have a job. He still don't have a job. And he would get the money, and I taught him like 8-9 years when he was that age. And I will always ask, how much do you want to save? How much you want to invest? How much you want to give? So those every time. And so he saved up his own money. And when there was a pair of shoes he truly wanted, and I wasn't going to buy them, he would purchase his own shoes. And that came from honor roll, birthday money, more in the yard, chores, things. Christmas money. And so those things added up for him, and he is already in control. So I don't have to say, well, okay, well, what are your plans with your money? He has to control. And I get to see the account because the account, we have the same bank account. So I get to see all the transaction. If he takes his girlfriend out, I see it. I see it all. If you want to know what they're doing, get the account so you can see what's going on.
The whole financial snapshot, right? Yes. So I have one more question for you before we turn over into commercial break for our sponsors and last minute words. So people that can't really commit, or they have good intentions to commit, but they realize it's a lot more challenging doing this process as what they thought it would be. Have you ever encountered any of that? And have you ever had to give someone like the friendly, like, hey, this isn't working out, we got to part ways conversation?
So when you sign up with me, I just tell you like how the gym membership do. They don't call you and say, hey, you're not coming to the gym. You have to let them know, hey, I want to discontinue with you. And yes, it does happen. People have wants and they want to do it, but then you get to it and then they're not what it's not what they thought it was going to be. Meaning it's hard. I meet with you, I'm committed. So if we're going to meet, I'm going to meet. And so I even send out messages saying, hey, it's Tuesday at 5:30 reminder. So I do that. That's a personal touch for me to make sure that we're scheduling our times to meet.
Okay, awesome. Yes. Well, thank you for sharing that. Nadine, before I play the sponsor commercials, did you have any last minute questions for our guest? Okay, awesome. Sounds good. Well, we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Hoy en Dia is still here.
Sponsored by Collective Wear. Available at www.yessirodriguez.com/shop and myrod-enterprise.com/shop.
Dream, explore, discover with Nadine's Travel Oasis. Your next adventure is just a booking away. From breathtaking beaches to vibrant cityscapes, we handle the details so you can make the memories. Luxury, leisure, or last-minute getaways, we've got you covered. Book today and let Nadine's Travel Oasis take you places.
At Cab Zenza, we believe beauty is a ritual, not just a routine. Rooted in intention and inspired by nature, our skincare is crafted to nourish more than just the skin. It nourishes the spirit. Every jar is made with purpose. Because when you flourish inside, it shows on the outside. Cab Zenza's isn't skincare, soul care.
From the moment that I put this Cab Zenza on my skin, it feels most amazing. As you can see, it has your skin glistening. It's moisturizing. You too should get Cab Zenza.
Luxurious body butters.
A bold builder of people, purpose, and platforms, Girls with Gigs helps high performers and those desiring to achieve more shift mindsets and activate purpose. Whether it's career or leadership development, personal branding, or knowing your worth, in the job market, transformation has never been closer, because this is where purpose meets action and dreams become destiny. Book your free consultation today at www.girlswithgigs.com.
Sponsored by Divine Beauty and Accessories. Watch Hoy en Día TV, Thursday, 7:30 p.m.
Thank you in advance to those tuning into Hoy en Día TV, Thursday, 7:30 p.m. with a rerun Sundays, 7:30 p.m. So if you are tuning in and you want to say, hey, I want to catch past episodes of Hoy en Día TV, you can do that. Absolutely do that. You can just go on my actual website, yessirodriguez.com. And let me actually play that right now. So at the bottom of the screen, you'll see yessirodriguez.com/Hoy-N-Dia-TV #1. You can see a breakdown of past episodes with different streaming services. So we have, Apple Music, Samsung Music, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pandora, RSS, YouTube, IG, and a bunch of other ones that I can't think of the top of my head right now. But there's a long list. So I say that to say that if you're at the gym, if you're going for a walk, if you're cooking or cleaning or doing exercise, tune in to Hoy en Día TV, because here we are always striving to positively motivate, enlighten, inspire, educate, and entertain you, the viewer and listener, with each and every episode. And I know we did that today again. Yes, Hoy en Día TV. Now pivoting over to our last minute words. Special guest. So Nadine, do you want to lead us off with your last minute words, and we can go to Shanae and then I'll close up?
Yes. So as you guys know, my name is Nadine Barton, Nadine the author. You can find me on Facebook by my name, Nadine Barton, or on Instagram, Nadia B _1202, NADIAB _1202. And if you'd like to check out my books, go to my website, nadinebarton.com. And also, if you like those luxurious body butters, check out cabzenza.com, CABZENZAH.com. And remember, it is the holidays, so you guys be careful on the road. Be aware of your surroundings. Be vigilant. And like I always say, life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you react. So be kind to one another.
Shanae, your turn. Any last minute words? Remind people how they can find you, follow you, contact you, book you, etc.
Yes, but before I give those information, I want you all to set limits on your Christmas. Please set limits. If it's 500, if it's 800, set that limit and stick with it, because Christmas will come around again. And if you don't get a gift someone this year, just do it next year. Also, do the Christmas club. What is that? Set up a Christmas club account. Go to your bank, set up a Christmas club account and say, hey, I want to do $50 a month or whatever that amount is. They'll give it back to you in November. Want to make sure I kind of touch on that, because if you mess up this year, start right on the new year. But if you want to talk a little bit further and a little bit more with me, I'm always happy to have you. But you can go to my website, it's CoachBFinancial.com. You can give me a call or text at 850-322-3517, or you can send me an email at Shanae@CoachBFinancial.com, or you can go to my Instagram page at CoachBFinancial LLC. And thank you so much for having me. I've enjoyed it again.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us. And we're going to have you again in the new year, which is fast approaching because, again, finances is a conversation that's not going to go away. And people just need to be more and more educated. Earlier in the conversation, Shanae, you mentioned that these are conversations a lot of households are not having, where that's why we are having it here at Oyendia with the purpose to enlighten, educate, inspire, entertain, and just want to make sure people get this information. This is important. This affects our day-to-day, our livelihoods. So thank you for being our special guest today. You've shed amazing light, and you're always a joy to be on. So anytime you want to come back, you are always welcome. And trust me, I'm going to make sure that CC brings you back on in the new year so we can continue this conversation on finances, especially the importance of educating our youth. You mentioned how you educate your children. That's another conversation that more families need to be having with their kids. But we're going to save that for the new year. And yes, so thank you all for tuning in to Oyendia. For those who want to find me and follow me, just go on your Google page or your favorite internet browser, type in Yessie Rodriguez. My information from my website, social media, Facebook, IG, etc. will pull up for you. So thank you all in advance. If you want to find out more about Oyendia, the email is actually here. So if you want to be a guest, it's scrolling at the bottom of the page. I should say gmail.com. Also, be a guest or a sponsor, just reach out to us. Hey, you saw the list of sponsors we have. They're going to keep growing because we are a worldwide platform. And again, Oyendia aims to positively motivate, educate, enlighten, inspire, and entertain you, the viewer and listener, with each and every episode. Cada episodio. Aquí estamos, Oyendia TV. So thank you all for your viewing support and listening, tuning into us. Until next time. Mwah.